Hello, I'm Brian MacWhinney, and thank you for coming to this talk. I just have a few slides I want to present. Get my slideshow ready here. On benchmarking for Talkbank, Brian MacWhinney from Carnegie Mellon University. What is Talkbank? It's the largest open access database for spoken language. It covers 14 fields, ranging from child language to dementia, second language, and many other fields. In all of these databases, the transcripts are linked to audio and video, and they use a single consistent transcript format called chat. That's important because there are many programs that rely on use of this format, including a new feature called Talkbank DB. And the whole project emphasizes the principles of FAIR and trust and the core trust seal standards for open access and open science. You can go to talkbank.org to see the various materials. There have been several challenges already or benchmarking attempts through Talkbank. One is the Die Hard challenge that included attempts to diarize the home bank data in Talkbank, and Die Hard did meet with some success as compared to the previous diarization from the LENA program. But in order to improve this further, we really need more labeled data, and that's one of the goals of a system that we're trying to build so that people can do annotation of the data through a web browser. The second challenge is the one that Saturnino has been discussing. That's the address challenge. It uses the PIT corpus in Dementia Bank to predict early onset of dementia. Last year, the challenge used fully tagged corpora, which required some handwork in advance. And this year it's focusing more on automatic methods, although we can do automatic tagging, and so that's also possible. In this area, we have a huge number of labs internationally that are involved and have been writing published papers, mostly computer science labs, but they haven't been really contributing data, although some of them are involved with data contribution or data collection projects. So perhaps in the future, we'll be getting more data that will be added to Dementia Bank. Then the third effort is in the child language area again, looking at the degree to which corpora that look at infant directed speech, IDS, can be used to teach segmentation methods. So the competition there is between different algorithms for segmentation that derive a lexicon from essentially the flow of speech. But there really haven't been clear benchmarks in that area, and it'll be a great area to pursue further. But in general, I just want to emphasize that Talkbank is not TREC. It's very impressive to see how far TREC has gone with the details of benchmarking. But then TREC can rely on the enormous amounts of written language data that are available from the web. And for spoken language data, everything has to be transcribed. It has to be collected and transcribed and checked. So unless it's transcribed in a consistent format along with metadata, it's difficult to use for either training or testing. So the various problems with benchmarking cited by Dewey arise for all benchmarking, but for spoken language, the problem right now is getting off the ground. We are very far so far from saturation. And also the profit motive is often missing, and maybe we need to think about ways in which these efforts can lead to practical consequences. Okay, some of the other areas that could be right for further benchmarking in Talkbank would be algorithms for learning syntax based on input. Some work done by Mark Steedman is an example of that. Also ASR, which of course is important, but here for special populations like children, Alzheimer's, speakers of dialects and so on. And then different methods for assigning clinical type in aphasia, traumatic brain injury, stuttering, and the need to align those classifiers, classifications, or typologies with human judgments. There the problems that the gold standard, the human judgments, are not always so consistent. It would also be great to be able to evaluate the success of language therapy and also work on assessing or basically understanding developmental status, whether there's language delay in different children, different speakers, different second language speakers. And here, some work by Lubitsch and Sagai shows that the use of just the grammatical dependency relations with a SDN classifier, it can outperform some of the standard tests that are being used by speech and language pathology. Okay, that's basically what I had to say, and I'd love to hear your comments.